Hey guys, and here we go with the next episode of Art of Cleanup. This time 10 versus 10 from the war from the playoffs. Dark Looters versus Fake Orgasm, and it was on number on number 12, and this will be the base we are looking at. It was a kinda low base from the weight with Town Hall 9 cannons and kind of low archer towers, but already kind of high wizard towers, so not that easy to triple, but nonetheless not a maxed base. So we came at this base and looking at the core, since the heroes are one-sided on this core, we knew if we would clear this part of the base, we had a nice rune pathing from either this side of the map or from 9 o'clock counterclockwise, and this way we tried to plan anything with the kill squad from 12 o'clock roundabout. And since we more or less thought there would be a hound CC, we decided to do a suicide king and queen, trying to snipe and wall break them in or above this cannon, and getting this way the archer tower, the wizard tower, and this way wizard tower. We did not decide to wall break in above the archer tower because this air defense should be alive, since the queen would be alive and we want to try to kill her with the skeleton spells, and this way she has to be on a hound or anything like that and not on the loons. And this way we needed this air defense to be up, so the queen will be target going on the hounds, and this way she will be tanked. And then just the loon from 9 o'clock counterclockwise, getting a lot of loons in from 6 o'clock, going through the inferno tower and using a heal spell just in the core where the defenses are tanked from the hounds. And yeah, this was the plan, and we tried to got the suicide squad, and this will be the scout check from number 20. Here we go, from Bronx, and he's going with the king from the full storage, using a wizard to funnel him to let him walk to 12 o'clock, so the queen can get placed behind him on this archer tower and funnel herself into the section over here, using a wizard over there just to clear some buildings and let the queen walk into the right direction. Wizards are getting placed. Placing another wizard just to speed the process up, since we didn't know whether it would be enough, since it's a Town Hall 9 king. So we tried to support him. He didn't went for this storage, and this way, yeah, we had to wait a little bit with the warbreaker, using a test warbreaker, and just send in the rest of them. King is getting in, the giant staying out of range of everything. Everything is going down. Wizard tower is going down. He has to use the queen ability, and at this point we saw with the level 40 queen we would get the enemy queen as well, and this way we won't need any skeleton spells or other spells to kill the queen. And then yeah, he just scouted a few of the loon traps, using a lot of spells on the first part of the base, so the hounds will fly through the base and we will get as much information that we could get. Hound is flying through the base, soaking up some error mines over there, so we knew we had to send the hound from around about this angle on this air defense, so we could get the air traps and another black mine and there as well. And yeah, this were the informations. Just trying to send more loons in to scout a little bit more traps. And this was the scout we had. So jumping on the base once again, the plan was the same: warbreak the queen in, since we didn't want it to clear the air defense, because you can target it directly from around about this dark elixir factory. So we thought it would be better to clear the wizard tower and maybe this wizard tower instead of this air defense. And we had to not use the king ability, because otherwise the CC would be lured. And like you all saw, the giant stood out of the range between these two buildings. So we said just copy the plan, the entry with higher heroes, get the queen, and then just Laloon with early rage, so you can get through these buildings over here. And yeah, then the rest is just clean up more or less. The next one will be Black Tiger on this number. We'll do the same entry. You see no skeleton spells. Using some wizards for the funnel, like in the scout attack. King is doing his job. And he used, like Bronx, the tank giant for the wizard tower and the warbreaker. One test warbreaker and the rest behind. And yeah, don't has to burn the king ability. King is getting down. And yeah, this giant is just stepping right next to this wall, and this way the CC is getting lured. And at this point he knew already, yep, this won't work. Just try to scout the Laloon plan. But since the entry is kinda hard, has to kill the Inferno Tower, freezes the Inferno Tower with the enemy queen, and just tries to get as much information as possible. And in the end it wasn't enough. And this will be a rip. So we just decided to do the next attack like the attack before. Just use less, just don't use the giant once again. This will be this attack. And since the giant won't be needed, you won't need it, so just let the king die. Don't use the ability, so you won't lure the CC. Don't use the giant, so you don't lure the CC, and this way this plan will work perfectly. The queen is getting everything done, warbreaker getting through, and queen is doing her job, stepping into the Inferno Tower, using the ability, getting the enemy queen. And this way the entry is done. And the problem at this attack was he didn't place the loons roundabout over here at the buildings, so this way he didn't target the air defense directly, and this way it will be really hard for him for the entry, since the sweeper is just trying to be as annoying as possible. Kinda late rage and way too less loons for the entry, since he still got 30 loons left. E-spell, but won't matter in the end. Loons are too late. Freeze miss, since he wanted to get the AD and the expo as well. And this won't be enough in the end, and the next failure on the space. So this way we knew we had to combine the Laloon part from Black Tiger and the entry from Yorkama, and this way we would get the 3-star. And this will be the last attack on the space from Knackerbird. He will do the entry from Yorkama and the Laloon part from Black Tiger together, using a wizard for the king, another wizard for the queen, so she won't step next to this gold mine over there. Placing the queen. King is dying slowly. Won't use the king ability. King is going down, queen is catching up, killing the dark storage, tanking meanwhile the wizard tower and the inferno tower. And wizard tower is down. Queen has to pop her ability. Enemy queen is stepping up, getting killed as well. And this way, perfect entry. Using an archer to just lure the hound a little bit more to the top. And you saw we just targeted this part of the base, the ID, just directly, and this way the loom pathing will be way better. Won't use the haste spells on the first ID, just using the rage, and this way the expo is going down really fast. Everything is getting funneled into the base, and like you see, there are so many loons this time, so everything really nicely timed. The air mines are getting soaked up by the hounds. Haste spells are getting placed everywhere. Free spell perfectly, expo and AD and inferno tower, another rage, and still a heal spell for the backside left, and this will be overkill. And 3 stars for the dark looters, and really nice attack by Knäckebrot, combining everything perfectly. And still the swag haste in the back on the CC, really nicely done. And yeah, this was the first 10 versus 10 Art of Cleanup. Triple for the Dark Looters versus Fake Orgasm War. Next episode we will be looking at the number 14. And yeah, stay tuned and see ya guys. Bye bye.